Hi, friends. Hi. How are you doing? I love you so much. Happy 5/5 portal. Happy, yeah, you know what? 5/5 portal is the big thing. Obviously, it's gonna be May. I haven't been here to say it, child. I'm about to always be that friend that's gonna say it, and you'll be like, stop, don't sing the whole song, but I will. All that I do is not enough for you. No, I'm just playing. We ain't on that energy no more. No. Y'all know we did our South Node in Libra homework over here. We have reset our beautiful Venus across the 0 point. She progresses, and she's with Aries. She's also kind of with Saturn, too. Yeah. We have new boundaries. We're not doing that. What is it? Love somebody. Guess what? It's not, I mean, sure, may they wake up and turn around and say, damn, it really was them. Could be. I don't know about y'all. I'm busy. Busy over here doing the things, actually. Speaking of, I always just do this as a labor of love. By the way, come on into the room. Hello, hello. Come to the table. You know, we had to check in on the 5/5 portal. Oh, child. So many things have been coming through with Taurus and this Hierophant energy, and just, we don't come out the other side of this grand cross. I didn't get in no battling rings with nobody. I stayed on top of my pyramid. You remember that other message? Yes. Come in. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. If you are new to our soul family, gang. Honestly, I would love for you to click like. It is a free energetic way to give support, but also say, hey, I resonate with this message. You know, my team met your team. Our ancestors hang out together. Right. Okay. Our higher selves, soul family. Yes. Hey, let me tell you as a side note though, but yeah, come on in, click like. If you want to click subscribe, I would love for you to be in our soul family and our gang. Okay. It is very Aquarian over here, but we love everybody. He, she, them, they, ma'am, sir, bro, sis. Come in, right? Sit down at the table. Thank you for being here. I really keep this going because there were so many times in my, I would say a decade, but child, it's really been about 12 years now. It's a very specific day. And if you know, you remember the day where you kind of came and you said, and oop, you smacked your camera. No, I'm just playing. Y'all know I'm terrible about it. I'm so sorry. I always thought I got this new fancy stand like I would do it less. See, the thing is, look, it's a tangent, but the thing is that a lot of people will like post up and like literally bolt their camera. It's a whole different setup. I don't do that. I just can't. I have to be able to move it around. So to a degree, it will always be wobbly. But I feel like if you know and you've been with me for a while, or we do one-on-one or like astrology together, child, I could have like a cemented fucking stand outside. You know I would smack that thing somehow. It's just funny because I'll be so clumsy. I can see myself doing it like, who in the world? It's me. It's me. Hi, I'm the brother in the sea. Okay, it's me. I'm very clumsy. But listen, do we need, okay. I got some more Palo Santo too. Ooh, I'm making, I had an event on for Bieltene. You know I like to say it like a fairy. Bieltene. For Beltane weekend, I did this private event. Y'all know I'm connected with beautiful sisters who are so creative. And I love my soul family. We really create and we are so fucking magical. Oh, I was like, what? Okay, speaking of smudging, I'm making smudge pops and I love them. It's always a mixed bag on what I've read. Like, do people enjoy them? They're really cute. You basically take the Palo Santo, you do a light layer of wax, and then whatever powdered plant spirit element you want to work with to partner with your Palo Santo cleanse. Like maybe you're doing rose. I hate burning roses. But listen, respect, love and light. Maybe you like it, okay? To each their own. I can't. It irritates my sinus, everything. Why would you want to burn a rose? Like there's so much you can do to activate. You can do a tea. You can do an oil. Child. Lavender I found is great. Any kind of like rosemary, sage, mugwort, yerba sante, whatever. Motherwort. There's a lot of things you could powder, right? You powder it up really nicely, whether you're doing that by hand or you have like a ninja or something. So you have your powdered element, you do a little wax dip, and you just boop boop, and you have a coating, and it's a little smudge pop. I'll have to put one on the community tab. I'm gonna kind of see. I'm gonna get some feedback. I don't know though. Y'all felt like I gotta add some stuff. I've got to update the shop with some things, but I felt like I like them, but I was going to try to get some feedback anyway. You know, I stay hydrated. I don't even know what direction I want to start today. Ooh, I do have some new cards, friends. Tap in. Yeah, let's see what the energy is going to be like. I've used them for myself. They're very interesting. So yeah, I had a private event. We did smudge pops. Those were super fun. But I did finally, I keep going on about my little small candle stash I normally keep just to burn over here for us. I actually have been doing a lot more live working rituals for groups, private groups, for my sisters, for my gang. If you follow my business page on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, I do share a lot about what I'm doing there. I try to remember to put as much over here too. Always check out the website. I do have a shop there. You can book readings with me there, or you can email me. If you do go to my website, if you are new here, because I also do one-on-one work a lot. The whole point of me going on these side rambles is that, yeah, I've enrolled in some more classes. You're always over here learning. I am a Aquarius stellium. Child, learning is fun to me. You're going to be like, ew, look, making money is fun. Learning is fun. Being abundant, being intelligent, prosperous. I digress. But yeah, I'm in some more classes. What did we do recently? Oh, all of my friends were helping me get case study hours because I was doing a fixed stars class. But I have some other things going on this summer. So I'm going to do my best to continue to stay consistent here. I love you guys so much. I'm always adamant about telling people, like so many times in my spiritual journey, just not just YouTube, but a platform, different places, accessing information that was free, growing together, and accountability, energy, and encouragement and exchange of like learning, whether it was astrology, tarot cards. I've done many spiritual teaching classes and stuff, but I just like to be here to walk through the energy with you guys every week as much as possible. Really not trying to monetize. I am thankful for everything that I receive. It's not a set intention in this space, though. I really enjoyed the genuine connection. I set the intention that spirit, our ancestors and team who are always working for the highest and best good, our soul families that connect in the ethers, in the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10D, 11D, our team and higher selves, our soul family gang, we'll come together when we need each other. Because sometimes you need to tap in. You need somebody's voice in your ear saying, nah, you're not alone. Here's what's going on. Practice some awareness. Let's keep being positive. Child, especially right now. I love to remind y'all over here, it's Pluto and Aquarius. I have an Aquarius stellium. I also have an Leo rising. And I have other fire points in my chart. So we don't fucking play around over here. It's love and light, but we don't play around. We'll be silly. I will say we'll be silly, but we don't play. Okay? So it is going to be important to have excellent touch points, powerful voices of frequency that that help you in your own alignment. But please do know that an important note that it comes up in conversation, I've heard other people speak on, it's important, is that Neptune in Aries, such a big shift. You can see a lot of shadow Aries energy in such a powerful transformative move with Neptune. Is also about to be coupled in the end of May with a powerful move in Saturn. So shadow Aries energy can be like, I am a spiritual god. You know what I'm saying? Or people becoming very concrete and adamant. Not surprised at all. You will see religion on the uptick. I'm not sitting in any seat of judgment of anyone for their beliefs. They each will do what they will as long as they harm none. Also, child, as long as you don't come over here and try to preach to me, don't do that. Don't do that. But I digress. I'm just pointing out to be mindful of the shadow Aries energy. It's a potential. And then I just realized, wow, that's how you know I had a very busy weekend. But I knew it was going to be a busy weekend. It was beautiful. It was Beltane. It was Beltane. It was May Day. I had this big volunteer thing going on Saturday where we go around the community, plant trees, plant flowers, do beautification projects. It's an every year thing. We love it. Inadvertently, I also ended up seeing a lot of baseball over the weekend. I haven't done it in a while. Look, your girl loves some sports. I love some sports over here. But it was just a busy weekend in the best way. I can't believe I don't have no kind of chart pulled up, y'all. If you knew, like, I keep my charts pulled up every day because I do like quiet meditative time and writing and journal time like early in the morning. So I'll be waiting and looked at the chart. Okay. Excuse me. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Chiron is finishing out the last decan of Aries. Oh yeah, we also have, it's 222. We have Venus at the 2 degree mark. We have Mercury at the 22 degree mark. I do look forward, I ain't even gonna lie. I've enjoyed the time of Mercury being in Aries because the things that we need to bring down from the crown, that we need to start making action plans on, that we need that fire of, hey, let's just get into it, let's go. Mercury in Aries has been great for that. I'm just trying to say that a lot of Aries energy has hit the collective. And if the collective has not done work, love and light, we're all plugged into a lot of different collectives, right? Your soul family collective, you know, you have to go to work. There's, take it as you will when I say collective, but also the collective body at large. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, child, you are a part of that. You can't unplug yourself from the collective body and the collective mind and the collective experience. I know, it's crazy, right? Let's not go off on a rabbit hole. Yeah, it's a very powerful time. You know what I mean? Sun and Uranus in Taurus. Uranus is finishing that last decan of Taurus. We really are nailing down, totally in relation to the Hierophant lesson, if you caught that collective message. The Hebrew letter associated with the Hierophant is Vav, right? Vav, right? What are you nailing down? If you're not understanding your own unique, unexpected, radical change when it comes to what you value and believe and how that dictates everything you co-create, is that founded on your shadow, or have you been able to heal, become self-aware, and then reprogram, right? Jupiter and Gemini. Also in the last decan. So as we go into the summer, it's going to be very interesting because it's going to be like, what have you nailed down? Okay, I'm kind of going on a tangent, though, now that I'm looking at the chart. But what I was going to say, though, is just, ooh-wee, be wary. It actually ties together because the Hierophant could be this, I don't know. I'm just saying it's giving culty, it's giving, oh, we've just been waiting on you guys to come crawling back to the preacher man. Don't worry, everything's scary now. It's giving, what's the movie, child? What was his name in the movie? Denzel, was it Enoch? What was his name in that movie? You know, where he has the sacred text. Anyway, you know, in the movie, and it's not the only movie, it's a theme, right? Is like whoever possesses the sacred text, They have the keys to, it's the Hierophant as fuck, but like in the worst shadowed version, because that's not what you're supposed to do. Now, the thing about the age of Aquarius to remember in this possible, like, whoa, everybody's getting real weirdly spiritually narcissistic. The thing to remember about the exalted frequency of all this Aries energy, Neptune in Aries, pretty soon to be Saturn in Aries, is we can work together as a collective to help one another. However, no one is your spiritual teacher but you. Do we have mentors, guides? We go through phases in life where, wow, that person just really helped me understand. Or do I have classes with Yes, absolutely. We don't live in the era of the guru anymore. You are the portal. It's giving like there's a magical talisman that helped people portal hop. But you remember how I was channeling? Was this last year or more recently? I think it's been a while, but we were channeling the Stargate portal is your heart chakra. And all of the portals used to be in these magical places in the world. Or, oh, if you just find the talisman, the one who holds the talisman, that's no more. It's almost like in the ascension journey, as the timeline convergence and the energetic quantum leaps, all these things that have happened, like all the talismans, all the portals and gateways have dissolved. They are in the electromagnetic beings. Plot twist, that's you. Hey. They are in the chosen ones, but the chosen ones are the ones who choose themselves, Spirit is saying. So getting with that and understanding. Don't confuse that, though, with how many different notes of Pluto and Aquarius, mind you, Pluto and Aquarius just went retrograde. Many different notes of Pluto and Aquarius will continue to expose and take us through disclosure. Because we have the right as the law of one, as the law of the universe dictate. Let's say as the law of the universe dictate, we have a right to know the truth. And it should not be a game of, ha ha ha, hope you know what you're looking at. Technically, we gave them the truth. It's not anymore. We're evolving from that because as a collective consciousness, Pluto retrograde in Aquarius, the energy will be redistributed. And we understand in our own journey, I guess, right, of self-awareness, of healing, which has then allowed us to ascend in what we're ready to comprehend. Now, you know, the oneness that you're collectively tapped into has said, yeah, I think they're ready to get a little more exposure in a more clear way. And so we're going to continue to see that. But just because somebody brings a truth forth or exposes something or says, wow, I've just realized this profound teaching, and they teach it and share it with people, people have to understand. In the past, in the age of Pisces, that's like, let's go worship that person. They'll save us. No, we rebuke it. Absolutely not. We integrate the knowing, we question it and how it's meant to be for us on our path, and we move forward and we alchemize, and then we are still our own best teacher and guide and guru. We have access directly and immediately as we will continue to be empowered with the North Node in Pisces. But Neptune in Pisces prepared us for this, that 11-year journey. Hey, that's great. Take that information, take that new knowledge, take that new, go sit with it, okay? But remember that you have a direct tap into your team and higher self, to your ancestors, both galactic and earthbound, right? Divine Mother, Father, Source, God, Goddess energy. We all do. Ain't nobody gonna save you just because they told you how to do X, Y, and Z, or they gave you a book, or they said, guess what, I had a dream. Oh, shoot, that's crazy. No, we're not running to worship other things. So just be mindful. Do you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, oh, I got a tarot reading and it doesn't relate to me at all. Or I've been watching this person, I was really vibing with them, and maybe you needed them at the time, like to help get some messages through to you, or maybe even confirm some synchronicity. You're like, oh, you know what? I wasn't crazy, blah, blah, blah. Not the experience of like, well, I guess because they're a reader or because they know astrology, whatever, then they need to know. We're not doing that anymore. Please be mindful. I'm just reiterating. It keeps popping up in the collective energy, many different ways. And I feel like as how do we say, Spirit? Let me tell you what this is, by the way. It's called Cosmic Dreamscape Astrology Oracle Deck. Okay, so get into it. You know, we love some bright colors. Look, which is so funny because I'll just be wearing a lot of black. I might pop out in like some navy blue. I'm classic, but I like my blacks. I do love a beautiful, colorful deck, though. Here's the book. Very nice. Very nice. All right, let's get her out. Yeah, it's just something that keeps coming up, and we need to just have awareness of it, right? Spirit guides, ancestors, and team, always in service to the highest and best good and harming none. We ask for messages that are supportive of health, wealth, abundance, prosperity, healing and ascension, growth, and that are not harming anyone. We're calling upon our ancestors, who are both galactic and earthbound, who serve the highest and best good, our team and higher self, God, Goddess, Mother, Father, Divine Source Energy. And we're thankful for this day. We practice thankfulness and gratitude. We understand that being on this earth in this human collective experience is actually intended to be divine and abundant and creative. And we writing it. Don't worry. Don't you worry. The karmic wheel plays out. Don't you worry. I'm hearing, don't you worry about a thing, baby. What do they say, mama, in the song? I'm probably killing it. But you know the song I'm talking about? Kind of makes you want to do like a little salsa mingo, like, don't you worry about a thing. Also, here's a little song I wrote. You might want to sing it note for note. Don't worry. I know, but you're like, but do you see? Yep. Be happy. Don't worry. Because let me tell you. They all going to get their karma. And what's so crazy to me is Saturn's going to let them drag it. Love and light. Saturn said, oh, you're going to keep going? No way. Saturn's going to keep letting them drag it. What? How many degrees does Saturn have left, child? We have the 28 degree mark. And then don't you worry. Also, we have so many people in the collective as well that are kind of choosing. I'm ready for my 5D and beyond path. And that becomes, you know, a spiritual acceptance down into like a mental integration before it really fleshes out heavily. And sometimes I think 5D experiences kind of get, how do we say, down throttled. Because we all need to kind of be able to hold space for it. Let's say, you know, out of 7 billion people, maybe 500,000 really are like sitting anchored well in 5D and beyond. You know what I mean? And if you bring that on too quickly, it's almost a jarring experience that's not good. That's why it's like there has to be a throttle for certain experiences. So, but I'm saying that to say, and I think Spirit is bringing that through. It's a very Taurus energy, though. It makes sense. And we were talking about what are you nailing down? Because we have so much embodiment. I'm seeing that goddess who has all those hands behind her. There's different forms of her and a lot of different beliefs, that imagery. It's not only Hindu or it's not only, Buddhist style, but you know what I'm talking about? This is us right now. And the way that I see it is her, and it's very Taurian, but somehow at the same time, it's very like Kali Ma and Lakshmi. It's all of her. I'm hearing hers. Multiple. And I'm seeing the S's. Multiple. It's, I think it is convergence, definitely. I also think it's absolutely, how do we say? I think it's absolutely integration, right? It is our embodiment coming back down into our body, which has become very evolved because the fascia in our body, the liquids down to a DNA type of micro level have been working in the light, these frequencies that have been coming in. I'm always taken back to that total solar eclipse last year that was full of Aries energy. Because I think before that, honestly, 2023 was like a Cancerian year ruled by the Chariot, and we were doing a lot of emotional healing work. What did we have there? Was that the Taurus Scorpio axis? No, I think it would have even been before that. But anyway, look, I mean, if it resonates with you, you can check out the nodes of 2023. Off the top of my head, Spirit said, go look, child. Hold on. Spirit said, don't be, look, see, I'm sorry. Huffing and puffing. What were the nodes in? I can't remember, but I think, I just don't want to say wrong. Oops, sorry. Yeah, it was. It was. What was the split, though? It was, okay, in 2023, which was the Cancer, the Chariot year, and we kept talking about working with water and healing the water, emotional healing. Yes, because that's where we were preparing to meet all this fire that we came into from transitioning from all the water. Thank you, Spirit. And I've just recorded this Dragonfly, Master Dragonfly teacher that I need to put on the website. Because it's so important to understand that alchemical connection there, because that's how the Merkaba comes together, and then you can really be moving and shaking. It's more of an astral way right now, okay? But astral travel, projecting, bringing visions down, opening up your... Bro, what the fuck? Do you see it? Spirit said, thank you. So perhaps, okay, love and light, perhaps someone here, and perhaps all of us can reflect if you like to journal or you want to sit and meditate or do, you know, some free writing or whatever the case. Okay. All right. Thank you, Spirit. We've got all is being revealed. Tie up the loose ends. Soften your heart. Shada, you're to blame. I mean, there's a lot of that energy out because karma is closing up, loops, closing up. What? Meg, y'all, Megan, I'm hearing, her. You know what I'm talking about? But I keep seeing that Bodhisattva, but Kali Ma and Lakshmi like on a freaking tiger. And it's like convergence, multiplicity. Maybe we're in a place where we have so many possibilities because of the level of embodiment. You remember how we kept talking about the light body in different parts, the crystalline DNA, the upgrading of the DNA is changing. The fascia. Check out fascia. You know, I'm going to keep telling you, girl over here, I always stay trying to educate you. FASCIA. Check it out. You know how like fiber optic and internet and it's like carries way faster? Imagine if you had fiber optic, but it's in your body and it carries the light, which does all of this activations, okay? Electromagnetics, right? All right, I'm just trying to put you on. Listen, that's how I'm seeing it. But I think maybe it is important for our collective. Maybe there is a message here. Because honestly, I feel like 2023 shaped us to be in preparation to complete these relationship contracts or evolve them if they were going to stay in our lives. Because of the way that the collective is rapidly changing and ascending and then bringing this embodiment back down in the body. The DNA is changing. The goals, the values, it's rapidly changing. I know, look, these fools, these clown-ass fools out here looking like crazy people. I'm telling you again, don't get distracted. That's not what's important. What's important is what you're doing in the work in your life. It's not important how narcissistic baby tantrums are happening all over the place. I'm seeing that McDonald's cloud talking about, and he's having a tantrum. It's in your life, but it's on a big scale, child. I know y'all, you got to look out on the propaganda box and you will just see this McDonald the clown, Ronald and McDonald and like everywhere. Because everybody's like, we ain't doing that no more. I said no. That's how I see it. And they're like, woo! And they're burning shit down right. And that's okay. You know, they're going to get swiped out off the bottom of the timeline trash can. That's what I heard. Damn, Spirit. Oh, I'm sorry. I think it's going to be a Scorpio full moon and Black Moon Lilith in Scorpio until the end of the year. That's why Kali Ma is like, I'm not fucking playing with them. I will wipe them off the bottom of the trash can of the lower timelines that are falling away into an abyss. Right? Like, they chose it. Okay? Listen, let's move forward. There's something here about 2023 that wants to come through. The lunar nodes were positioned in Taurus, Scorpio. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Taurus, Scorpio axis until July. Mid-July, July 17th. Oh, and then they shifted, right? Because they change every 18 months, right? They shifted to Aries, Libra. And then, remember, they went all the way through until January of 2025. Wow. I kind of want to revisit, though, because I think it's important. Oh, shit. I'm sorry, y'all. It's important because if we did not do the South Node in Scorpio homework, we would not have been prepared to do the releasing, the cutting, but also the evolving of the intimate relationship in our life, be they romantic, platonic, or familial, soul incarnated contracts that we agreed to work through, right? We wouldn't have been able to do the Libra shit we had to do if we didn't do the Scorpio shit we had to do. And it's about to be a full moon in Scorpio. Okay, I understand. So for some, maybe you are guided to your 8th house this coming full moon to just do a quick review, like, am I blocking myself anymore? Because this is a beautiful 5-5 portal, and we are setting, so, I mean, we're so ready to accept everything that's new. Ain't that magical about when you done been fed trash and shit, and then you wake up and you're like, I am not eating trash no more. And then we have this beautiful Venus reset cycle that's happened this year. Yes, she's completed so many cycles, and she's had a huge reset coming out of her retrograde. She's still in shadow, but it's an amazing energy of people being like, I done been given the worst. Also collectively, also societally, communally, we have seen the worst. You're not doing this shit no more. Watch. I guarantee it. Watch as this year unfolds and Saturn moves into Aries. People gonna feel this opening in the crown chakra in a divine vibrational, oh, I remember who the fuck I am. But remember, not a narcissistic way. Not a love and light to my brother, Yeshua. He is an ascended master and he knows how I fuck with him. So I don't care what people think about what I'm gonna say. But not everybody needs to bow a knee to like a new version of Jesus type of thing. Okay? Okay? Or any figure, you know what I mean? I think that people will crave bowing a knee to a ritual almost as like a spiritual bypassing tool, which then unfortunately will empower things that no longer need to be empowered. When the really emboldened move that Spirit wants to say is, you have to go within. See, you're the hermit. It's the wooden snake, the Kundalini arising. Now, does that mean you act like a cray-cray and run out to the streets and do X, Y, and Z? No. Sun and Taurus, we're grounding. It's embodiment. You say, I've awakened in a way that I can never go back to sleep on certain things, certain perspectives, certain things I used to value. I don't fuck with certain things no more. I'm not playing no more. And then you take divinely inspired action in a very cleansed, healed, in a very purified way. That's a Virgo ruled year. That's the Hermit card. How do we say, Spirit? I kept waiting for a light at the end of the tunnel and there wasn't one. So I lit that bitch up myself. That is so... And then Pluto retrograde in Aquarius is like taking you back through the places where maybe, child, let me look up, because this person that I love to follow, see, I'll be long-winded and I want to teach, but some people I really respect and admire, and like they make like a meme form, and it really just freaking captures the essence of something so greatly in so few words. Child, that ain't never going to be my forte. Few words. I mean, if I really had to, I probably could, but it's not going to be my forte. Wow, so interesting too. Last quarter moon, tie up loose ends. I feel like that's Saturn doing the end of the work, kind of like we were talking about. Saturn said, let him drag it on out. It's almost like how y'all know it's like I'm working this case, but I'm not going to convict them yet because they keep committing crimes. And when we take them down, we about to take them all the way down. That's what it's giving. A lot of people think they can tie up loose ends. They're not going to be able to. Or not. Oh, the loose ends get tied, friend. Don't worry. Probably not the way you thought. Full moon, all is being revealed. And here we are. Not us talking about this before this even came out. We were talking about how it was going to be a full moon in Scorpio. Let me read this to y'all real quick, though, because I really liked it. And what's her name? Did I save them in this folder? Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. It was cardio day this morning. I've been working on these classes too this morning. I got to do some readings. Whoa! Your friend is tired. Did I share one of these on the community tab? Where it at, though? Hold on. It's almost there. Here it goes. Pluto retrograde is now. You need privacy. You need deep reflection. You need self-awareness. Her name, by the way, follow her. It's at, is it Zodi? Z-O-D-I _ A-M at Zodi Am. And it's Amity. Anyway, she's awesome. I really like what she shares. You need deep reflection. You need self-awareness. You need inner strength. For the next 6 months, the pressure to evolve will be stronger than ever. That's why these loose ends ain't gonna fly. People trying to still run under the radar and be connected to your divine feminine energy to kind of like feed off your... Remember how we were talking about Pluto and Aquarius and plasma? We were saying something about plasma. For the next 6 months, the pressure to evolve will be stronger than ever. Take it slower. Slower? I said, take it slow. Take it slow. Oh. Transformation doesn't happen overnight. Child, you know I've been preaching with this Taurus energy, with the Hierophant. If you're nailing down a house, if you're nailing a new reality, if you've torn all the floorboards up, we keep getting these demo spirit. You know, if you've been here for a little minute, you know, spirit kind of gives me all these visuals. And that's what I keep seeing. Demo a house, all the way down to bare bones. People like, are you even going to keep the bitch? I'll take the whole framework down if we got to. I'll be damned. If I build on a shitty foundation one more time, you got me fucked up. I won't build nothing. I won't build nothing. You know, Aquarius out here, we go rogue. I lived in a tiny living situation like an RV for 1.5 years. Play with me. I won't build nothing. If you telling me all I got is shoddy foundation, I'll burn. Nah. Oh, that's too funny. Look, hold on. I clicked to the next slide. It says Pluto retrograde. This is still Zodi Am, by the way, at ZODI _ AM. Want to make sure she gets her credit because she's great. Amity, AMITY. Go follow her on Instagram. Okay. Pluto retrograde in Aquarius May 4th to October 13th. Literally, child. May the force be with you. I bet it is. Pluto retrograde in Aquarius is out here clearing all the shit out for me. The force is with me. But anyway, it says affirming you recognize or recognize your power through that plasma that Pluto retrograde in Aquarius is going to let you get poured into, but you got to redo your foundations. Very Sun in Uranus and Taurus, right? Affirming everything beneath you burns to the ground. You know why they do control burns? Y'all know I love to nerd out on my environmental science. You got to have a control burn or you got shitty soil. It don't matter what you plant in it. It doesn't have the nourishment it needs if every now and then the whole forest doesn't burn. It has to. It's uncomfortable, but who is comfortable being burned? Nobody, not even the forest, but it's necessary for nourishment. You know what I'm saying? That's purity, that's alchemy. What else does she say while we're here? Because I think it's so appropriate. Pluto is now retrograde in Aquarius. This is when you start internalizing everything. You realize... It's interesting because we have the crab out with the hard outer shell, but the soft, it almost looks like I don't know why it made me think of like it opening up, and you know how like a pearl is inside. Soften your heart. You'll realize how you've been standing in your own way. You'll realize how anything that's left you represents a past version anyway. Ooh, I like that. Pluto retrograde will bring back old friends, old work communities, and old organizations you were connected to. You can go back, but make sure it's an energy match. Make sure they have what it takes to harmonize with you and not against you. Everyone you meet is not on your frequency. Some people are angels, messengers, oracles, but also temptations, distractions, and shapeshifters. If you don't preach, full moon, everything is being revealed, right? Tie up the loose ends. Make sure your boundaries are solid. Some people only make it to your timeline because they were going to pass through. It's like y'all passed. Remember we were talking about that talisman? Y'all passed it off, and that was all y'all were supposed to do. And now you got to go on about your way, you know? Where was that tab I had open, you guys? Oh, here it is. Spirit is taking me back one more time, though, to the lunar nodes when we were talking about it's a message for some. It is definitely a message for me, I know, because my north node is Taurus, my south is Scorpio. I'm definitely going to be journaling about revisiting this space later. But it was a lot of like, you know, North Node Taurus, like, what is it my destiny to really put my labor and my energy towards? And what am I doing it for? What does the economy mean to me? What is tangibility of like money? And do I need to liquidate assets? Well, what kind of life do I want to live? If I had a garden, what would it look like? And maybe my garden wouldn't look like a garden. Maybe I want to be mobile, you know, because we were working with Uranus and Taurus energy as well. You know what's interesting too is that this cycle started with Taurus and Scorpio in like January of 2022. So that's interesting to take note of. Damn, that's crazy for me though, you guys. Oh, I'm going to have to come back to this. I forgot about these dates. It's so good to do this, not because we are dwelling on past cycles. This is almost like a quick roundup revisit of 2022 to 2023, because I really feel like there's something there for us to remember. And take it as you will. If you don't resonate with it, that's totally fine. I'm just channeling. Maybe this is for someone, because sometimes you will go back, you know, and you'll find yourself having those aha moments, and you'll be like, oh my gosh, like I'm kind of having one now, reflecting for self-awareness purposes, on like the whole. Wow, sorry, I was just skimming through, yeah. And then, of course, a part of that reflection will encompass, hopefully we feel really good about the shadow work, the personal self-awareness, the healing of like wounded, tabooed spaces, power control dynamic, debtor dynamic, a lot of these things, South Node and Scorpio, right? So for what it's worth and for whoever resonates, maybe there's a reflection point there. I think there is a Venus date that goes back to like August of 2023. That's one of the cycles that she was working on completing too. So it's an interesting combination. Maybe 2023 was a big time for someone and they need that reflection point. So we're just bringing that through. I want to read Cancer, Soften Your Heart. Oh, hey, there it is. The sensitive and nurturing sign of Cancer is here to encourage you to lean into compassion. It's amazing how so many unpleasant feelings like anger, hatred, jealousy, vindictiveness can be diffused by fully opening your heart and putting empathy into practice. There is so much strength to be gained through gentleness and care. So it may be time to slightly lower that defensive guard of yours and soften up. Put yourself in someone else's shoes and try to understand their feelings in a realistic way. Other people's fears, vulnerabilities, and insecurities probably aren't that much different from your own. Okay, so compassion. But listen, doing that practice, I just always want you to know, it doesn't mean you have to let people back into your life. But it does help you sometimes release attachments to old memories due to the way that you process them now. It helps you practice forgiveness, which is not necessary, but it's if you need to choose it. Sometimes you can gain closure when maybe you didn't receive closure from someone else. So those are some reasons. I don't know. I'm getting like a lot of full circle energy. Probably because we've got like the moon rules Cancer. Moon. There's a lot of moon energy. Spirit is maybe directing our attention to the fact that the portal that we've entered, it's a portal that's 5/5, but it's also a portal of Pluto in retrograde in Aquarius. It's an energetic portal because Aquarius is all about energy, plasma, sound, wavelength, frequency, water, frozen, gaseous, liquid, most commonly associated. I would probably say frozen or like plasmic for Aquarius, but that's just my own interpretation. The unconscious mind can definitely be something that's up here. And that's a trauma space too. That's your moon placement. That can be connected to your Chiron wound. That can be the moon, Cancer, very ancestral karma, very, wow, maybe us as this whole group, as a family, familial, mother, mother's womb, her womb, your grandmother's, your great-grandmother's, back and forward, 7 generations, womb space. And it can be, curse breakers ancestrally, that type of energy. I'm incarnated through so many past lives, or we've passed this down through generations, either or. It can be this energy where it's like enough is enough, or I incarnated to do this work, and now that I've severed these ties or cut these cords or done the alchemical healing, in whatever way it's applicable, take it as you will, right? This is general. This coming full moon, I think, is really important. I do remind people a lot. I reminded us at the new moon, though. This is the first lunar cycle where we've come out of the eclipse portal. So it's going to feel different. The new moon was in Taurus. The full moon is going to be in Scorpio. So very powerful. Definitely maybe reflect and connect if you choose to and you resonate. Connect with Black Moon Lilith, who's in Scorpio until the end of the year. Yeah, she was also a big component of this Grand Cross that we just engaged in last week. Okay, so I like this deck, though. Yes, it's very moon, though. It's very divine feminine. Is giving very, maybe there is a cord cutting, maybe a ritual. It does not have to be a ritual. It can be meditative. There's so many different ways to do energetic work. But rituals entertain your inner child. They engage you. They're creative, whether it's a candle or whether it's something simple or a way that you engage in nature. Spirit, do we need to clarify? Is there anything else that we need to see that serves the highest and best good and harms none? Okay, is there anything else we need to see? Thank you. 6 of Swords, like soul transit. Why am I saying that? Oh, what is this flying out over here? It's like, it's very moving on to calmer waters. 9 of Pentacles is like, I really learned what I can accrue. Wait, did something just flip? Hold on. It did. I thought I saw it. Yes. Look at the Sun, 10 of Wands on the bottom. So there's definitely some cord cutting energy going on. There's some say yes. There's some optimism, some joy. Like, let's dance. Can we take a moment to celebrate all we've done? We've transited. Why do I keep saying that? Is someone traveling? Why am I saying transited? Maybe to the ocean? Ooh, I know I will be in a couple of weeks. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm about to celebrate. Yeah, 9 of Pentacles and the 6 of Swords, they're very like, don't forget your ancestors and your guides are always with you and your team and higher self. That's you, but other dimensionalities, like really from the 7D up to 11, 12D, like you and your team, you and your higher self of different multi-dimensionalities and how you support yourself, but also like your ancestors, your spirit team, things like that, right? This is often associated, even in the more traditional depictions, that this is an ancestor or a spirit guide. You're not traveling alone. And also, in a lot of different ways that this card is depicted, traditionally or non-traditionally, you'll see some type of feathered winged one. You know, angelic, maybe some would say draconian, not in a negative way. You know, serpentine, dragon, feathered ones, okay? Quetzalcoatl, I'm hearing the rainbow feathered one. Why am I singing? I'm hearing na, 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 Falcor. Okay. Oh, maybe someone loves dogs. You know, he was like a dog, but he was also a dragon. And I was like, wow, I would love to have a dragon dog. Like, it's a perfect combo. I mean, I don't know, that could get out of hand. But the point is that you're being guided. Right, Nine of Pentacles that's so interesting. I drew that as a card this morning and I was reading about it. The Nine of Pentacles gives very like, you become a lot wiser, okay? It is one, all the nines are a card that say pause, stop, collaborate. No, I'm just playing. Actually, I hate that song, but it came into my head, so maybe that's something for somebody. The nines encourage you to stop and rest and reflect. The Nine of Pentacles is like, look, you know, just pause for a minute. You don't have to keep spiritually like flogging yourself. We don't have to heal and heal and heal and heal and then heal and heal and heal and heal. And yes, we'll have cycles where we go through healing and ascension. But I don't know, there's something here like, can you just stop for a minute and say, damn, I need to celebrate myself. And then there's also like, I've become a lot more wiser about what I spend my time and energy on. Because yes, I'm resting, I'm reflecting, I'm celebrating. Maybe I'm changing my routines. I'm being more reserved and smart about what I give energy to and what I do and don't engage daily. That's wisdom, because after the 9 comes a 10, and that's like divine legacy. 10 of Pentacles, divine legacy building level. But with the Sun and the 9 of Pentacles, it's like, I don't know. I am getting some kind of vibe of like someone wants to, I don't know. I don't like it, Spirit. Let's rebuke it. I don't know. Take it as you will. Maybe someone wants to kind of show up to soften you, to reveal, like tell something. Hey, surprise, listen, it's me. I don't know. Tie up loose ends. Maybe hoping they weren't the loose end you were trying to tie off. I don't know. If you feel like you need to energetically protect yourself, I would. Because I just don't know how I feel about that with Pluto in retrograde. But that's just me. You know, you don't have to take it as you will. 10 of Wands, I just feel like is not really an energy where we're trying to entertain stuff like that. Yeah, 10 of Wands and Judgment. 7 of Swords, I don't like it. I'm trying to show you that I've like rebirthed myself. But JK, LOL, I haven't actually done the self-awareness work. Can you just help me carry these wands? I don't know. Like, I just thought I was going to manifest 7 swords, but like I dropped 2. But like, I just want you to think I have 7. I don't know. I'm just channeling y'all. That's what's coming through. No. Let's get rid of our wands and complete the cycle. Yeah, we're not going to be. Yeah, that's not what we're doing. We definitely have Virgo energy. We definitely have air sign energy. Obviously, Cancer energy. Maybe Scorpio, because we're having a full moon in Scorpios. Leo, the sun energy. Yeah. Yeah, the 9 of Pentacles is really giving me like, be wise. Be really wise and reflective on your abundance. And what are you building now? What are you rebuilding now? Anew. It's like, are you going to invest in this house they're renoing? Why does the reno house keep coming back? It's just how the energy is right now. Okay, y'all. One more thing I do want to share. I do have a Beltane Oracle. Y'all know I love my Seasons of the Witch Oracle decks, and I've really been enjoying this one. It came on Friday. It's beautiful Let's get us a message. Let's get a... Why don't I sound country a little bit? Lord. Let's get us a message from the Beltane Oracle, y'all. Why is love spell on the bottom? Y'all, see, I don't know. Y'all know how I feel. When you set a whole... When you reset a whole Venus... Oh, by the way, Venus is the morning star right now. So if you're thinking about Venus and your heart chakra and starting all these beautiful new beginnings and knowing your worth and shit, if you're out early in the morning, Venus is still the morning star. She's very beautiful. The way she is set in the sky every morning when I first get up really early to take the dogs out, I see her and I'm always like, good morning, Venus. And we have a moment together. So just if you see that, tell her I sent you. Hi. Wild Wander sent me. Yeah, let's get a message. I don't know. Y'all just be mindful of, because a brand new Venus reset and a beautiful glowing sacral heart chakra. You looking good. You looking nice. Your energy is redistributing. Your DNA is upgrading. You're ascending. It's like a moth to a flame, you know? Just, ooh, people from the past. I don't know. Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. Be mindful. All right. And it's a Virgo too. It's a hermit year. The hermit. There we go. Thanks, Spirit. Yeah, just be mindful, y'all. Okay. Look, we have the green man. All that I desire comes to me easily. What is that? Something. Money comes to me easily. Dun dun dun. To me easily. Wasn't it a reel? And this girl made a song. It was so catchy too. Okay, so maybe you're doing affirmations and mantras about abundance and prosperity. Do that. I challenge you. Write that shit down. Pick a day, 2 days, once a week. I don't care. Do it cyclically. Think about it. Envision things when you do it. Ooh, it's powerful. Okay, and in Taurus season, y'all work this Taurus season. What do we have, like 15 days? 16 days left? I know. 15 days. Today's a great day to do it, too. The 5-5 portal is huge for manifesting, okay? All that I desire comes to me easily and effortlessly. I know this to be true, for I am abundant in all that I do. Shoot, that's a mantra right there. I'm about to write that down 2-3 times. I always write in sets of 3. I'm about to do that today. And 5 + 1 is 6. Yes. Let's go to 15. Abundance. All that I desire comes to me easily and effortlessly. I know this to be true, for I am abundant in all that I do. Yes. Everything the green man touches turns to gold, or rather green, that is. It was cheesy, but it was cute. He's the ultimate expression of abundance, and more specifically, an abundant mindset. When the green man invites you to his earthly lair, it is to infuse you with the spirit of wealth. And I will say, here it says money, but we are learning through Uranus and Taurus lessons about how do we define what wealth, prosperity, and abundance mean to us. Also, what is our connection to the ascending Terra Gaia Earth, and that we understand she really is our mother, and that everything really is given to us that we need, and are we learning how to appreciate that? Because times they are a-changing. Maybe reconnecting to your community in like a grassroots type of way. How do you support? Why is that coming through? Maybe somebody's looking for like, oh, I want to, what are the farms? What are the CSAs? I want to buy eggs for my friends, Child, jump in. Plant some seeds while you out there. Yeah, the earth is abundant. Okay, what does abundance mean to you? Maybe that's a journaling point. Money will flow to you with ease. Opportunities will suddenly come knocking, or you will find the fulfillment of a goal is just within reach. This is also a sign that you are on the right path, and what you're doing now is working, so keep at it. Thank you, Spirit. He said, put me in the middle. Yeah, I bet you did, Green Man. This is also a sign that you are on the right path, and what you're doing now is working, so keep at it. This card shows you are living life and enjoying all the fruits of your labor. You will feel more confident and sure of yourself, and other people have taken notice of this and will seek your advice, knowing you have much to share. The green man is also a giver and a provider of wealth. Be generous in your abundance, both financially and spiritually. Share your knowledge and invite others to partake in your good fortune. Yes. All right, my friends. This is what I have for you today. Happy 5/5 portal. Check out the 5/5 portal energy. I'll try to find something to share in the community tab. Light a candle, walk outside, sit down, connect to the earth's energy. Sit down on your hiney and take your shoes and your socks off. Okay, spiritual baths are great. Whatever ritual, meditation is great. Whatever you can do, take advantage of this powerful energy today. All right. So I love you guys. I look forward to talking to you soon. Take good care. Okay. Bye.